Hello there, and welcome to the AstroSleep channel. I am so glad you found your way here. The world outside is vast and often noisy, filled with a rhythm that moves much faster than the beating of our own hearts. But in here, in this shared space of quiet reflection, everything moves at a slower, more ancient pace. We often look to the stars to find perspective, to feel small in the face of the infinite, and to let our worries dissolve into the dark vacuum of space. But tonight, we will find that same sense of infinite peace by looking in the other direction. Tonight, we aren't simply gazing at the distant cosmos. We are turning our eyes inward, drifting into the vast, silent universe that lives within your own mind and body. We are going to speak to a feeling that you might know well, a feeling we often call anxiety. But in the quiet of this night, we will not fight it, and we will not fear it. Instead, we are going to reframe it. We are going to understand it as a deeply ancient protective friend who has simply been working too hard. We will wander through the biology of safety and the history of our own survival. We will see that what feels like worry is actually a loyal prehistoric sentinel standing watch over a danger that has long since passed. This is a journey into the chemistry of calm. We are going to unravel the story of why we feel the way we feel, transforming the tension of the day into a soft understanding. We will learn that your body is not working against you, but rather it is waiting for your permission to stand down. Tonight, we have gathered here to gently relieve this sentinel of its duty, to whisper to your nervous system that the castle is safe, the gates are locked, and the long watch is finally over. If these calm, curious explorations help you unwind, I invite you to like or subscribe. It helps other sleepy souls find their way here too. And now, you have nothing to do but rest. There are no more battles to fight, no more problems to solve, and no more horizons to scan. Let your mind relax, your breathing slow, and your body grow light as if gravity itself has softened. Let your shoulders sink deeper into the mattress, and let the heavy curtain of the day fall away, revealing only the soft, warm stillness of the present moment. Let's begin. We begin our journey by drifting back through the mists of time, returning to the very origin of the feeling that keeps you awake. It is easy to believe that the worry inside you is a flaw, a crack in the glass, or a sign that something has gone wrong within the machinery of your mind. But science tells us a much gentler story. The sensation of anxiety is not a mistake. It is an inheritance. It is a biological heirloom passed down through thousands of generations, a survival mechanism that was forged in a time when the world was wild and the night was truly dark. This feeling is not an enemy trying to harm you, but a guardian trying to keep you safe in a way that it has practiced for millions of years. It is simply an ancient protector that has forgotten how to tell time, standing guard at the door of a house that is already secure. Deep within the temporal lobes of your brain, there rests a small structure known as the amygdala. This tiny collection of nuclei, shaped like a humble almond, is the command center for your emotional responses and the silent watchman of your safety. Its primary function is to scan the horizon of your experience, processing every sound, every shadow, and every shift in the atmosphere to detect potential threats before you are even consciously aware of them. It is the lighthouse that never dims, constantly sweeping its beam across the dark waters of your surroundings to ensure that no danger approaches the shore. And so, when you feel that sudden rise of alertness, it is simply this loyal sentry doing its job, lighting a signal fire on the hill to tell you that you are precious enough to be protected. The sensitivity of this system is designed with a very specific and ancient bias. In the field of evolutionary biology, this is often referred to as the smoke detector principle, which prioritizes safety above all else. In the high grass of the prehistoric savanna, it was far better for our ancestors to mistake the rustling of the wind for a predator than to mistake a predator for the wind. The brain learnt to err on the side of caution, creating a system that would rather be wrong 100 times than be careless once. This means that the worry you feel is often just a false alarm, a ghost of a danger that does not exist. It is a shadow play on the wall of the cave, a trick of the light that your mind has conjured because it loves you too much to take a risk. When this ancient alarm is triggered, your body responds with a surge of energy that we often interpret as stress. The nervous system floods the bloodstream with cortisol and adrenaline, chemical messengers designed to prepare the muscles for rapid movement. This is the biological preparation for fight or flight, a state where the body gathers its resources to face a challenge or to retreat to safety. In the modern world, as you lie in the stillness of your bed, this energy feels like a restless current, a hum of tension that has nowhere to go. But seen through the lens of history, this is merely the body coiling like a spring, gathering potential energy to protect its most valuable cargo. It is the feeling of a ship raising its sails in a strong wind. Even if the anchor is already dropped and the sea is calm, we carry this prehistoric software in a modern world that has changed faster than our biology can adapt. Our environments have shifted from the unpredictable wild to the relative safety of climate-controlled rooms. Yet our internal guardians are still reading from the old maps. They treat a deadline, a social interaction, or an uncertain future with the same gravity as they once treated a prowling beast in the underbrush. This mismatch is known as evolutionary mismatch, where our ancient adaptations friction against our modern environment. It is as if we are navigating a quiet, paved road, using a compass designed for the deep jungle. And still, understanding this allows us to offer compassion to ourselves, realizing that the racing heart is just a confused traveler trying to find its way home. This protective system is deeply connected to memory, learning from the past to predict the future. The amygdala works closely with the hippocampus, the librarian of the brain, to store emotional memories and create a catalog of what is safe and what is not. This means that your anxiety is often just your brain trying to learn, trying to write a rule book that will keep you from harm based on what it has seen before. It is a form of storytelling, where the mind projects possible futures to prepare you for them. This constant simulation is a creative act, a way of building imaginary fortresses against potential storms. It is a sign of a mind that is deeply engaged with the preservation of life, even if it is working a little too hard in the quiet hours of the night. There is a profound beauty in realizing that you are the descendant of the anxious ones, the ancestors who were completely relaxed, who did not scan the horizon, who did not worry about the rustle in the grass, did not survive long enough to pass on their genes. You are here today, breathing and alive, because your lineage was comprised of the careful, the watchful, and the alert. Your very existence is proof that this system works. You are the success story of this ancient anxiety. It has carried your DNA through ice ages, through migrations, and through millennia of struggle, delivering you safely to this moment where you can finally rest. The anxiety is not a defect. It is the reason you are here. And so, we can begin to change our relationship with this feeling. We do not need to silence it with force. We only need to acknowledge its presence and thank it for its service. We can imagine this guardian not as a monster, but as a tired soldier who has been standing watch for too long. We can gently inform this part of ourselves that the war is over, that the doors are locked, and that the night is peaceful. We can say to the amygdala, "I see you, I thank you, but you can stand down now." We can watch the signal fires on the hills slowly burn down to glowing embers, and then to ash as the message of safety spreads through the nervous system. The vigilance is no longer needed. As we drift deeper into this understanding, we can feel the grip of the ancient guardian loosening. The energy that was gathered for a fight that will never come begins to dissipate, diffusing into the soft atmosphere of the room. The chemical tides of adrenaline begin to recede, leaving behind a shoreline that is smooth and quiet. We are rewriting the interpretation of the signal. The racing heart slows as it realizes there is no race to run. The shallow breath deepens as it realizes there is plenty of air. We are teaching the ancient brain that the bed is a sanctuary, a place where the rules of the wild do not apply. In this space of realization, the vigilance transforms into a different kind of awareness. Instead of scanning for danger, the mind begins to scan for comfort. It notices the weight of the blanket, the softness of the pillow, and the gentle rhythm of the chest rising and falling. The guardian, finally relieved of its duty, can take off its armor. It can curl up by the fire of your own warmth and rest. The danger was just a shadow, and the shadow has merged with the comfortable darkness of the room. You are safe. You are held by the quiet, and the ancient watchman can finally sleep. As the ancient guardian within the brain slowly lowers its lantern, another system begins to wake up in the silence, rising gently to take its place. Within the vast and complex architecture of your nervous system, there exists a delicate balance, a duality that mirrors the rhythm of day and night. For every mechanism that prepares you to run or fight, there is a counter mechanism designed solely to help you heal, rest, and recover. This is the parasympathetic nervous system, a network of nerves often called the rest and digest system, though tonight we might think of it as the body's internal tide. Just as the ocean swells and crashes against the cliffs during a storm, eventually the wind dies down and the water must recede, leaving the sand smooth and the stones cool. The anxiety you felt was the high tide, necessary and powerful. But now the moon has shifted and the water is drawing back into the deep, quiet sea. At the very center of this calming system lies a remarkable structure known as the vagus nerve. Its name comes from the Latin word for wanderer, a poetic title for a nerve that travels a long and meandering path through the landscape of your body. It is the longest of the cranial nerves, a silver river of connection that flows from the base of your brainstem down through the neck, winding past the vocal cords, wrapping around the heart and drifting deep into the abdomen. It is the physical bridge between your mind and your organs, a superhighway of information that carries a single profound message from the brain to the body. You are safe. While the sympathetic system shouts commands of urgency, the vagus nerve whispers a lullaby of peace, touching every vital organ with a gentle hand to slow its rhythm. The vagus nerve operates as the body's natural brake pedal. When the world is loud and demanding, your heart beats faster to supply oxygen to your muscles, a rhythm driven by the sympathetic nervous system. But as you lie here, supported by the mattress, the vagus nerve begins to release a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. This chemical acts like a cooling balm on the pacemaker cells of your heart. It does not force the heart to stop, but rather it invites it to lengthen the space between each beat. It is like a conductor slowing the tempo of a fast-paced symphony, guiding the musicians into a slow, melodic adagio. With every long exhale you take, this nerve is stimulated, sending a ripple of inhibition to the heart, telling it that the race is over and it is time to return to a resting cadence. This interaction between breath and heartbeat is one of the most reliable rhythms in human biology. It is known as respiratory sinus arrhythmia, a technical term for a beautiful and simple dance. When you inhale, the brake is lifted slightly, and the heart speeds up. When you exhale, the brake is applied, and the heart slows down. This means that simply by lengthening your exhale, by letting the air drift out of you slowly and completely, you are manually activating the vagus nerve. You are speaking the language of your own biology, hacking into the system to turn down the volume of the world. It is a reminder that you are not a passenger in your body, but a pilot who can steer the vessel into calmer waters simply by changing the way you breathe. As this wandering nerve carries its signal of safety downward, it reaches the stomach and the digestive tract. In times of worry, digestion stops as energy is diverted to the muscles. But as the vagus nerve takes control, the blood flow returns to the core of the body. This is why a feeling of warmth often spreads through the belly when we truly relax. It is the return of resources to the center, a gathering of energy back to the hearth of the self. The tightness in the gut dissolves as the body realizes it no longer needs to be ready for action. It is the biological equivalent of a castle lowering its drawbridge and opening its gates, allowing the farmers to return to the fields and the fires to be lit in the great halls. The fortress is no longer under siege. It is a home once again. There is a profound connection between the vagus nerve and the vocal cords, which explains why humming or speaking in low, soft tones can be so soothing. The nerve passes right through the larynx, picking up the vibrations of your own voice. When we hum a slow tune or speak in a whisper, the vibration stimulates the nerve, sending feedback loops of calm directly to the brain. This is perhaps why lullabies are universal across all human cultures. A mother humming to a child is not just creating a pleasant sound, she is using sound to physically vibrate the vagus nerve of both herself and her baby, synchronizing their nervous systems into a state of shared tranquility. Tonight, even the silence of the room acts as a kind of hum, a resonant stillness that vibrates with safety. We can visualize this entire process as the cooling of the earth after a long, hot day. Imagine a landscape of sun-baked rocks that have held the heat of the noon sun. As the sun sets and the vagus nerve begins its work, a cool evening breeze moves over the stones. The heat radiates away, rising into the atmosphere and dissolving. The tension in your muscles is that heat, and the work of the parasympathetic system is the breeze. It does not happen all at once. A stone takes time to cool, and so your body takes time to unwind. There is no rush. The cooling is a physical law. It will happen inevitably as long as the source of heat is gone. You are simply allowing the natural thermodynamics of rest to take place, feeling the temperature of your spirit drop to a comfortable sleepy degree. This transition is often referred to as downregulation, the biological shifting of gears. In the wild, animals shake or tremble to discharge excess energy after a chase, but humans often carry that energy to bed. The vagus nerve is the mechanism that allows us to discharge it gently. It opens the release valves, letting the pressure equalize with the atmosphere around us. As the pressure drops, the sensation of weight returns. You might feel your limbs growing heavier, sinking deeper into the sheets. This heaviness is not exhaustion. It is the feeling of safety. In the wild, to be heavy and immobile is to be vulnerable, so the anxious body tries to be light and ready to move. But now, your body accepts its weight. It accepts gravity. It allows itself to be held by the earth, trusting that it does not need to hold itself up any longer. And so, we feel the turning of the tide. The waters of alert attention are receding from the shore. The mental noise, which once crashed like waves against the rocks of your awareness, is pulling back, becoming a distant, rhythmic murmur on the horizon. The beach of your mind is left wet, dark, and glistening under the starlight. The vagus nerve, that ancient wanderer, has walked the length of your body and inspected every outpost, declaring them all safe. It has extinguished the torches on the walls. It has slowed the drumbeat in the chest. It has warmed the hearth in the belly. The tide is out, the night is cool, and the body is finally free to drift. As the large physical rhythms of your heart and lungs settle into a slow, steady cadence, a much quieter magic begins to unfold on a microscopic scale. We leave the grand rivers of the nervous system and drift down into the tiny, invisible spaces between your cells. Here, in the deepest recesses of the brain, the feeling of anxiety is not fought with weapons, but dissolved by a soft chemical rain. Science often speaks of these substances as neurotransmitters, functional and dry. But tonight, we can see them for what they truly are. The stardust of the mind, silent messengers sent to gently turn off the lights in the great city of your consciousness, one by one. The first of these messengers is a substance known as gamma-aminobutyric acid, or GABA. While the name sounds clinical, its function is pure poetry. GABA is the brain's primary inhibitory neurotransmitter, which simply means it is the great quieter. During the day, your neurons are firing rapidly, passing spark-like messages of thought, planning, and worry across the synapses. But when the time for rest arrives, the brain begins to release this soothing molecule. It acts like a heavy, insulating blanket of fresh snow falling over a bustling city. Just as snow absorbs the sound of traffic and footsteps, leaving the streets muffled and white, GABA binds to the receptors of your neurons and whispers a command to be still. It blocks the transmission of urgent signals, ensuring that the noise of the outside world can no longer bridge the gap to your inner awareness. This process is a profound biological mercy. It reveals that peace is not merely the absence of noise, but an active creation of your own body. Your brain is not empty when it is calm. It is full of this snow, this inhibitory presence that cushions you from the sharpness of reality. When you feel that pleasant blurring of thoughts, where the edges of your worries become soft and indistinct, it is the molecular equivalent of a parent placing a finger to their lips, hushing the room so that the child can sleep. The anxiety that once seemed so loud is not shouting anymore. It is speaking through a thick, soft wall, its voice muffled and distant until it finally fades into the background noise of the universe. As the snow falls, another transformation is taking place. guided by a messenger we often associate with happiness, but who is also the architect of sleep. This is serotonin. We often think of serotonin as the chemical of sunlight and waking joy, but in the alchemy of the brain, it plays a dual role. As the light in your room dims and the shadows lengthen, enzymes in your pineal gland begin to work on the serotonin you have gathered throughout the day. In a process that mirrors the setting of the sun, this molecule is chemically converted, structure by structure, into melatonin. Serotonin is the golden light of the afternoon, and melatonin is the silver mist of the evening. You carry the sunset inside you. This conversion is a reminder that you are deeply synchronized with the rotation of the planet. The very chemicals that govern your mood and sleep are tethered to the presence and absence of light. When you lower the lights in your home, you are not just changing the atmosphere of the room, you are signaling to your internal alchemists to begin their work, to turn the gold into silver. This transition is slow and elegant, a biological twilight that cannot be rushed. It explains why we cannot simply snap our fingers and fall asleep. The sun does not drop out of the sky. It dips below the horizon, painting the clouds in deepening shades of violet and blue. Your mind does the same, shifting gradually from the alertness of serotonin to the drowsy, dreamlike state of melatonin. It is a daily cycle of renewal where the energy of the day is not lost but transformed into the potion of rest. Deep beneath these cycles, there is a third force at work, perhaps the most ancient and inevitable of them all. It is a molecule called Adenosine. From the moment you woke up this morning, every time you thought, moved, or blinked, your cells were burning energy, and like a clean burning fire that leaves behind a fine, soft ash, the activity of your neurons leaves behind adenosine. Throughout the waking hours, this ash slowly accumulates in the brain, building up what scientists call sleep pressure. It is not a pressure that weighs you down with stress, but a pressure that anchors you, a gravitational pull that gently insists it is time to stop. We can imagine adenosine as the sand in a vast cosmic hourglass. Grain by grain, it has been falling since the moment you opened your eyes. Now, the bottom of the glass is full, and the sand is heavy. This accumulation acts as a signal to the arousal centers of your brain, binding to them and slowing their activity. It is the physical manifestation of the day's effort. Every worry you carried, every problem you solved, and every step you took has contributed to this stockpile of natural sedation. The tiredness you feel is not a punishment for working hard. It is the reward. It is the universe's way of ensuring that you cannot remain awake forever, that you must, by the laws of biology, return to the source of rest. This chemical weight feels like a warm, heavy cloak draped over your shoulders. It makes your eyelids feel pleasant and thick. It makes your limbs feel as though they are sinking through the mattress. For someone with anxiety, this sensation can sometimes feel like a loss of control. But tonight, we understand it as the ultimate safety mechanism. It is the body's way of saying, you have done enough. The buildup of adenosine is the receipt for a day fully lived. You have spent your energy, and now the books must be balanced. The only way to clear the sand, to wash away the ash, is to sleep. During the deep phases of slumber, the brain's glymphatic system, a network of microscopic plumbing, opens up and washes the adenosine away, clearing the stage for a new day. But for now, let the sand settle. Let the weight hold you. These three forces, the quieting snow of GABA, the twilight alchemy of serotonin, and the heavy sands of adenosine, are not separate from you. They are you. They are the silent, microscopic tides that wash over the shores of your consciousness. They are weaving a net of safety beneath you, catching you as you let go of the waking world. There is no need to force them to work. They have been working since before you were born, and they will continue to work as long as you breathe. They are the keepers of the rhythm, the ancient chemists who know exactly how to mix the elixir of peace. And so, we surrender to their chemistry. We allow the snow to cover the noise of the thoughts. We watch the internal sunset and the silver moon rise. We feel the comfortable heaviness of the day's end settling into our bones. The laboratory of the mind is closing down for the night. The lights are dimmed, the instruments are put away, and the doors are locked. The complex formulas of anxiety are dissolving into a simple, elemental solution of rest. You are a vessel of stardust and water, held together by these soft, invisible forces, drifting towards a deep and restoring silence. We broaden our gaze now, moving from the microscopic dance of molecules to the vast, majestic rotation of the world itself. Your body is not an isolated island floating in a void. It is deeply, inextricably connected to the movement of the planet. Just as the tides answer to the moon and the flowers answer to the sun, your entire being answers to the rhythm of the day and night. This connection is known as the circadian rhythm, a term derived from the Latin circa, meaning around, and dies, meaning day. It is a beautiful reminder that within you there is a biological cycle that takes approximately 1 day to complete, a cycle that mirrors the spinning of the Earth on its axis. You are not just living on this planet, you are living with it, pulsing in time with its ancient turning motion. Deep within the hypothalamus of your brain, there sits a master clock known as the suprachiasmatic nucleus. While the name is complex, its nature is simple and profound. It is a tiny cluster of neurons, no larger than a grain of rice, that acts as the conductor for the entire orchestra of your biology. For billions of years, life on Earth has evolved under the constant, predictable cycle of light and dark. This internal clock does not tick with the mechanical urgency of a wristwatch, but flows with the smooth, fluid consistency of an ancient water clock. It tracks the position of the sun even when you cannot see it, orchestrating a symphony of hormones, temperature, and metabolism to ensure that you are in perfect harmony with the universe outside. This rhythm tells us that there is a season for everything within the span of a single day. There is a time to be alert, to hunt, and to gather, and there is a time to withdraw, to heal, and to sleep. The anxiety you may have felt earlier was often just a resistance to this natural flow, a desperate attempt to swim upstream against the current of time. But now, as you lie in the dark, you are aligning yourself with the flow. You are acknowledging that the time for action has passed and the time for restoration has arrived. The master clock is sending a signal to every cell in your body, from the skin to the liver to the heart, whispering that the sun has gone. As this rhythm deepens, your body begins to undergo a subtle and comforting transformation regarding its temperature. Throughout the active hours of the day, your core body temperature remains high to support movement and thought. But as the evening approaches and the circadian signal shifts, your body begins to cool. This is a deliberate, biological mimicking of the Earth itself. Just as the ground cools after the sun dips below the horizon, releasing its heat into the night air, your body releases its energy. You might notice this as a desire to seek warmth under the covers, to bundle yourself in a cocoon of fabric. This cooling is essential for deep sleep, It is the physical sensation of the metabolic fires burning down to soft, glowing embers. You are becoming like a stone in a shaded forest, cool, still, and perfectly at rest. We can see this synchronization most clearly in the way nature behaves. Consider the behavior of a flower at dusk. Many blooms, like the tulip or the morning glory, practice a movement called nyctinasti, the closing of petals at night. They do not close because they are afraid of the dark. They close to conserve their resources, to protect their delicate pollen, and to rest for the coming dawn. Your body is doing the same. Your eyelids are the petals closing over the delicate instruments of sight. Your limbs are folding inward. You are withdrawing your engagement with the world to preserve the essence of who you are. This is not a shutting down, but a gathering in. It is a protective, nurturing gesture that allows you to bloom again when the light returns. In this state of circadian rest, a miraculous process of repair begins, one that can only happen when you are asleep. It is as if the city of your body has quieted down, the traffic has stopped, and the night crews have come out to repair the roads and clean the streets. This is the time when your cells divide and regenerate most efficiently. It is when the immune system strengthens its defenses. It is when the brain consolidates memories, sorting through the experiences of the day and storing what is valuable while discarding what is not. This means that sleep is not a passive waste of time. It is the most productive state of your existence. By doing nothing, by simply lying here and letting the rhythm take over, you are allowing a profound healing to occur. You are being rebuilt, cell by cell, into a newer, stronger version of yourself. This cycle teaches us a lesson about the impermanence of our worries. The circadian rhythm is a circle. It is a promise that everything changes. The alertness of the morning inevitably gives way to the drowsiness of the night, and the darkness of the night inevitably gives way to the light of the dawn. The anxiety that feels so permanent, so stuck, it cannot last forever, because nothing in your biology is static. The chemicals that fuel your worry will degrade. The energy that powers your stress will run out. You are designed to cycle. By surrendering to the sleep that is calling you, you are trusting in this rotation. You are trusting that you can let go of the control, and the world will carry you safely through the darkness to the other side. There is a deep comfort in realizing how little you have to do to maintain this connection. You do not need to wind the clock. You do not need to command the sun to rise or the earth to spin. The rhythm is autonomous. It is a gift given to you by nature. Even if you have spent years fighting it with artificial lights and late nights, the rhythm is waiting for you, patient and unbroken. As soon as you dim the lights and close your eyes, you step back into the stream. The water clock begins to drip, slowly and steadily. The biological tide begins to turn. You are held by a force much larger than your own will, a gravitational embrace that has cradled every human being who has ever lived. And so, we drift with the planet. We feel the sensation of the Earth turning away from the sun, carrying us into the cooling shadow of the galaxy. We feel our own internal temperature dropping in sympathy with the twilight. We feel the petals of our mind closing, folding over the center of our peace. The master clock in the brain is ticking its slow, silent beat, a lullaby of time that synchronizes us with the stars. We are not separate from the universe. We are a part of its breathing, its spinning, and its resting. we are exactly where we are meant to be, suspended in the velvet cradle of the night, moving in perfect time with the cosmos. We arrive now at the final destination of our inward journey, a place that exists not in the past history of our species, nor in the chemical tides of the brain, but right here, in the immediate, tangible reality of the room where you lie. Throughout this night, we have spoken of the body as a vessel and the mind as a landscape. But now we must speak of the environment that holds them both. There is a profound psychology behind the comfort of a small, warm and dark space. It is not merely a preference for softness. It is a biological return to the very first feeling of safety we ever knew. We are returning to the concept of the sanctuary, a physical space where the rules of the outside world are suspended and where time itself seems to stop. Consider for a moment the simple, heavy weight of the blankets that cover you. In the world of sensory science, this is known as deep pressure stimulation, a therapeutic concept that suggests that firm, heavy weight applied to the body stimulates the production of serotonin and dopamine, while simultaneously reducing cortisol. But in the language of the soul, the blanket is a shield. It is a physical boundary that defines where the world ends and where you begin. When we pull the covers up to our chin, we are performing an ancient ritual of containment. We are creating a second skin, a barrier that says to the universe that for the next few hours, nothing can touch us. The weight of the fabric triggers a primitive memory of being swaddled, of being held, of being safe in a space that was made exactly for us. This sensation of being enclosed is what psychologists call a holding environment. In our earliest days, safety was defined by the feeling of being tightly embraced, of having limits and boundaries that protected us from the vastness of the open space. As adults, when anxiety makes us feel as though we are falling or scattering in 1,000 directions, the bed offers us a way to feel held together again. The mattress supports the spine, the pillow cradles the head, and the blankets press down with a gentle, consistent gravity. You are not floating in a void. You are grounded. You are contained. The physical world is hugging you back, providing a tangible reminder that you are here, you are solid, and you are whole. And then, there is the mercy of the dark. We often fear the darkness because we cannot see what is hidden within it. But for a tired mind, the darkness is a gift of erasure. The human brain devotes a massive amount of energy, nearly half of its processing power, to the visual cortex, constantly analyzing shapes, colors, depth, and movement. As long as your eyes are open and there is light to see, your brain is working to construct the reality around you. But when you turn off the lights and close your eyes, you are granting your mind a profound permission to stop building the world. The visual data stream is cut off. The clutter of the room, the reminders of tasks undone, the piles of books or clothes, they all cease to exist in the dark. The velvet curtain falls, and the stage is finally empty. In this visual silence, we enter the sanctuary of now. Anxiety is almost always a traveler. It lives in the uncertain future or the regretted past. It asks, what if? Or if only. But the body always lives in the present. Your breath only happens in the now. Your heartbeat only beats in the now. The sensation of the sheets against your skin only exists in this exact second. By focusing on the sensory details of your immediate environment, the warmth, the darkness, the silence, you are anchoring your consciousness in the only time that truly exists. This creates a fortress against worry. The future cannot enter this room, because the future has not happened yet. The past cannot enter this room because it is already gone. In this small, enclosed space, there is only the gentle rise and fall of your chest. There is only the now. We can think of this room as a capsule drifting in a vast, quiet ocean. The walls of your room are the hull of the ship, protecting you from the wind and the waves. Inside, the air is still and warm. Outside, the world may be spinning, decisions may be looming, and clocks may be ticking, but none of that can penetrate the hull. You have disconnected from the mainland of responsibility. This is a crucial psychological shift, known as disengagement. It is the conscious decision to cut the ropes that tie you to the dock. For these hours of sleep, you are not a worker, a parent, a partner, or a problem solver. You are simply a living being, a passenger on a journey of rest. The destination is morning, and the current will take you there without you having to row. There is a particular kind of silence that fills a bedroom at night. A silence that is not empty, but full of presence. It is a heavy silence, insulated by the walls and the windows. If you listen closely, you can hear the subtle texture of this quiet. It is the sound of the house settling, the faint hum of the air, the rhythm of your own blood rushing in your ears. This is the sound of safety. In the wild, silence could mean a predator was stalking, but in your sanctuary, silence means the absence of threat. It means that the perimeter is secure. Your brain, that ancient guardian we spoke of earlier, listens to this silence and finally understands that there is no signal to decode. The silence is the signal. It is the acoustic equivalent of a white flag, a declaration of peace between you and the world. As you lie here, encased in this cocoon of sensory comfort, you are participating in a form of hibernation. Across the animal kingdom, when the winter comes or the night falls, creatures retreat into dens, burrows, and nests. They seek small, enclosed spaces to conserve their heat and their energy. You are following this same biological imperative. The desire to curl up, to pull the knees toward the chest, to bury the face in the pillow. These are not childish behaviors, they are species-appropriate responses to the need for restoration. You are building a nest of blankets and pillows, a soft architecture designed to hold your dreams, and so the sanctuary is complete. You are supported by the earth beneath you. You are weighted by the comfort above you. You are hidden by the darkness around you. The timeline of your life has been paused, and the only thing that matters is this single, suspended moment of comfort. You are safe in the now. The fortress is locked, and the drawbridge is up. The ancient guardian is asleep by the fire. The chemical tides have turned. The water clock is dripping slowly. And you, the conscious observer, are free to let go of the last thread of awareness, sinking deeper into the soft, warm center of your own existence. And so, we reach the quiet end of our inward journey. Having walked the soft path from the ancient fires of the past to the heavy comfort of the present moment, we have traveled through the landscape of your own biology. We have seen the ancient sentinel, that loyal guardian of your safety, finally lower its lantern and lie down to rest, satisfied that the night is secure and the danger has passed. We have felt the cooling tides of the nervous system recede from the shore, leaving the sands of the mind smooth, dark, and undisturbed by the waves of the day. We have watched the silent chemistry of peace drift through the spaces of your being, falling like soft snow to muffle the noise of the world. We have felt the petals of the mind close in rhythm with the turning of the earth, honoring the deep and natural need to withdraw from the light. And we have retreated into the sanctuary of the now, the fortress of blankets and warmth, where the timeline of worry cannot reach. The biological storm has passed, the winds have died down, and all that remains is the steady, rhythmic hum of a body at complete rest. You have listened to the story of your own safety, and your body has believed every word because it is true. Thank you for drifting through this biology of peace with me tonight. We have wandered through the history of our species and the quiet rivers of the body, finding that even our anxiety is just a form of love trying to keep us safe. If these calm, curious explorations help you unwind, I invite you to like or subscribe. It helps other sleepy souls find their way here too. And now, let all of that drift away. Let the science, the names of the nerves, and the images of the past dissolve into the mist. You do not need to remember anything. Your mind has done enough work for today, and there is nothing left to understand or analyze. The guardian is asleep, the doors are locked, and you are free to follow the silence into the deep. Feel the weight of the blanket holding you, the darkness embracing you, and the peace filling you. You are perfectly safe. Close your eyes, rest, and dream of a quiet, radiant sea of stars. Good night.